Someone mentioned in the comments last week that I should do a video that recognizes the retirement of Fred Missman from 1260 AM Ksurf, which is our AM oldie station, and also they have a program on Saturday night called Disco Saturday Nights.
It's Southern California's biggest Saturday night dance party, the original Disco Saturday Night on LA Oldies, Ksurf, AM 1260 and AM HD Stereo, KSUR Beverly Hills. Also an HD Stereo at KKGO HD2 Los Angeles and streaming worldwide at laoldies.com.
Disco Saturday Night.
Keep it here as we keep the great disco hits rolling your way from Ksurf.
Although Fred retired a couple weeks ago, tonight is his last Disco Saturday Night. So I thought it'd be fun. It's Saturday morning if we could resurrect this thing and possibly get it working and kind of maybe listen to a little disco on it tonight. So let's see what we got here. This is pretty bad shape. Emerson Radio Corporation, New York. It's heavy, I'll give it that. Looks like a series string set. Looks 30s-ish. Model BF207. We have our licensing info from RCA there. Of course, it's just an RCA clone. What's interesting about this is it says Grunow. G-R-U-N-O-W. I think I'm reading that right. Grunow Superhet receiver. And over here it says Grunow Teledial model 588. So what is this, an Emerson or a Grunow? This sure looks like it fits into that case. That hole is unfortunate. Get some gloves on. This thing's probably loaded with cadmium and lead, and so anyway, it's binding at the lower end of the band, but we don't care about that. We have, I don't believe this is the chassis for that cabinet. So let's see, this is probably, or was probably, a Snargelskoimler. Okay, what this is a ballast. And it looks like you could see the asbestos in there. It's basically it's an old school resistor, and it looks like both wires are still hooked up. So we want to try and minimize moving this thing as much as possible. We have a missing vacuum bulb, which might be difficult to find. But yeah, I think Emerson BF211, and this is going to be too old for Sam's. Look at this, AC/DC, 105 to 125. Check this out. Someone has already been in here, and they replaced a bunch of capacitors. It looks like Olson brand. What's interesting is these actually have the outside foil marked on them. I wonder if they hooked that to the correct side. I wonder if they got the outside foil connected to the low side. So these capacitors are those, usually they're like 8 microfarad jelly filled, and they always short. Microfarads, I can't. That one says 40 microfarads. Wow. Usually they're really low. And that one says 20. So anyway, they have been replaced with these two electrolytics here. I kind of love that. That's an NTE 33. That doesn't look like that was done that long ago. And this is an NTE 47, so they changed, what, a 20 with a 33 and a 40 with a 47? That's about right. I love this right here. That was probably originally soldered to the lug where the capacitor. So it looks like in the line cord, is that the approved knot? No, I think this needs to make another wrap, so it looks kind of like a double butterfly, but okay. Someone replaced the line cord. So anyway, enough of my yapping. Let's try and get a schematic on this. And I can do it one of two ways. Nostalgia Air Resources. So we can do it like this. We can use the telephone, or we can go to the garage and dig out the actual hard paper copy. So let's see, we need Emerson. B, C, D, Emerson. Emerson Radio and Phonograph Corporation. That kind of looks right, doesn't it? No. No, yes. Okay, so we want a BF207. There we go. Isn't this fun watching this? BF207, look at that. So BF207. Oh. No. It's not the easiest thing to do this with gloves on. So it's in volume Writers 18 changes 18.3. So let's see. How do we do this? Emerson BF 207. These models are the same as model BF 191, appearing on pages 9.1 and 9.2. So BF 191, huh? There we go. So what's missing here? The 6Q7? Well, let's see what we got here. What's this one? Is this our... Okay, that's our 25L6. Oh, look at this. The number's right on the tube socket. Jeez. I guess I can see it now. (6Q7). Yep, 6Q7. So today that would be like a 6AV6, I believe. I don't know if I have a 6Q7 here. Okay, so this asbestos infused ballast thingy right here, that is this right here, R13. Because this only equals 50, 56. This only equals like 70 something volts plus the pilot light. But I don't see 3 leads coming out of this, so one of them might be broken off. Maybe I do. Boy, we're riding a short bus today of antique radio repair. I found one 6Q7. This was succeeded by a 6SQ7. I think I'm going to power this up on a dim bulb, and we're just going to hope for the best since it has been recapped. I don't want to pop any tube filaments. What do we got here? 68 watts. That should cover it. Here we go. Oh, nice. We like that. Makes the dog bark. This is almost totally out now. That's tone.
For sure. CY independent research by Silk Road shows Indeed delivers 3 times more hires than any other job site. Post your next job at Indeed.com/hire and try a skills test for free. Terms and conditions apply.
Porsche Downtown LA is your certified CarPro Porsche dealer for Southern California. And it's the only place to get your vehicle. You've wanted to buy from a dealership that focuses on delivering superior service and an exceptional experience. Look no further than Porsche Downtown LA. Get the car of your dreams and CarPro VIP treatment when you connect direct.
That sounds like a bad AVC capacitor to me. Check this noise out. Okay, this is probably it. Who else would be playing Hendrix on AM? This is a trip. Wonder if YouTube Content ID would pick that up. See if we could figure out why it's doing that.
The second thing is, don't confuse debt with wealth.
You know, sometimes you see people who drive this, fancy car, they have a fancy house, and they got all this stuff, and you think, wow, they must be really wealthy. Well, it depends. If they did all that with debt, then they're not wealthy. They've accumulated a lot of debt, which in my view is a poor person.
Yeah, they a baller.
You know?
Les damos la información. ¿Qué tal, amigos de Radio?
Ya que
예전 미스 홍콩이고.
Wow, that sure made a difference moving that tube.
986.
Stuff. I know
Everything you can put on.
and that's fine.
There we go. So here's the possibilities with that tube. So we have change socket, rewire socket, realign, right? So if we go down here to 6Q7, a 6B6 is an exact drop-in replacement. A 6SQ7 is rewire socket, 75, 7B, 7K7. Those are all change socket because I think those are loctals. And 6SF7, 6B8 are rewire socket. But I also think a 6AV6 would work too, unless it's a different filament current. Where's Dick Cheney?
Is back, bringing you the biggest dance hits ever recorded and keeping the party alive here on LA Oldies Ksurf, AM 1260 and AM HD stereo KSUR Beverly Hills. Also on HD stereo at KKGO HD2 Los Angeles and streaming worldwide at LAOldies.com.
Disco Saturday night.
Get the word out. Tell your friends. The great disco hits are here on LAOldies.com.
So I got a different, I got the phone because the low light sensitivity is so much better on the phone. But I will say this about this. This radio is amazingly stable. You know, I turned it on this morning and it's been running all day. And I haven't touched the trimmer or the tuning capacitor at all. So it's pretty incredible. This Emerson. We'll get the money shot here. The glowing. So the first time I picked up on this station, I was out in Death Valley, and it was later in the summer when the power turned down. A lot of these AM stations, they have to cut the power down at sunset because of the propagation, and it was in the summer when the nights they turned the power down around 8 o'clock, and I picked this up from 7 to 8, and I was tuning around the AM dial. I'm like, who is this beat mixing Hall & Oates into Blondie? And I listened to it, and it's in some video somewhere I did, and then they picked up on it, and it ended up they ended up sharing the video on their social media. One of my repair videos or something. I don't remember exactly what it was. And that's how I kind of found the Disco Saturday Night. And yeah, I know a lot of people despise disco, whatever. It had its time and place, I guess.
Heather and Jacob are making sandwiches, playing some cards, and bringing the big dance hits in for the soundtrack. It's Ksurf's Disco Saturday Night, 1260 and 1260 HD on AM, 105.1 HD2 on FM, and going out from LA to the world with our live stream at laoldies.com. Hit us up with a note. Let us know where you are and what you want to hear. Our requests are getting a little full for tonight, but we can spill them over into next week because we're here every Saturday night, and we want to get a shout out to you. Fred Missman here. The Tramps are on the way. Van McCoy, the Whispers, Shalimar. We're playing the greatest dance hits of all time right here. It's Ksurf's Disco Saturday Night.
All right. So we bid farewell to Fred Missman. Happy retirement. And that was a look at I don't even know what year this was. Late 30s, early 40s, Emerson, and perhaps a different case or a custom case. I don't know. We'll get back to the CRT videos soon. Probably February. I got a bunch of stuff going on. So anyway, thanks for watching.
Happy people go, and we're bringing the disco to Southern California every Saturday night. It's Ksurf's Disco Saturday Night. I'm Fred Missman with a big thank you to our music director Pat Welsh and to our disco guru Dave Verdery for putting it all together, to Saul Levine for giving us a great radio station to play with every Saturday night, and to Dan the magical engineering man who's keeping the capacitors from blowing while we push everything we've got out our 8,000 watt transmitter and load that signal into our 4-tower antenna array with everything they'll take. Well, what do you want to hear? Tavares, Patrick Hernandez, La Flavor, Cher, Rod Stewart, Barry White? Let us know. Ray Lopez and Big Al are standing by for your email at laoldies.com. And we're hearing from Hollywood, Santa Monica, Calabasas, Culver City, Hawthorne, Woodland Hills. The requests are coming in, and we're trying to handle them all. So keep it here, and we'll keep it coming on Ksurf's Disco Saturday Night.